This is my house. It has my lovely garage, my lovely floor, my lovely upstairs. But the thing is, it doesn't have lovely doors. And you know what? I don't want to put doors. This is a 3x3 area. How am I supposed to fit a door here? Well, I won't need to with today's video. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Connor Monroe and this is Minecraft. Mob proofing is fairly simple, except the whole, torches look gross thing. And I don't really want to have to put glowstone or sea lanterns with carpet over top because that'll ruin my landscape. So, what do? You build a laser wall. This is quite a simple laser wall, actually. It just has some stairs and it has some logs and some end rods for the lasers because they also emit light, so it acts like kind of like a laser. You can't get real lasers in Minecraft unless they were beacons, but beacons don't go horizontally, so this is the best that we can do. So here is my beautiful laser wall. Goes all the way around, and using a design by Ilmango, we can actually have working laser walls. Now, this only works on the one side, but if I was to say summon creeper, sir, as soon as he gets in within the proximity of the wall, it will change to magma blocks, thus actually hurting him if he were to walk on it. So if I just go survival mode here, this dude notices me. Come on, senpai, notice me. Okay, maybe he switched it back, but that's not the point. I have a little door here, it's just a pit. There we go. If there were multiple creepers and they were all coming at me, or multiple zombies or whatever, they would all walk and then push themselves onto the magma blocks, which, as you can see, does damage. And then you can have little magma blocks in there too if they fall. But that hurts. Oh, right, I have block drops off. So that's pretty simply the whole block swapper, magma block, laser wall. And if you just, yeah. This is activated by a sculk sensor, which is wool occluded so that on the inside you can't actually hear it. And it's set so that it will only put out a redstone signal if the thing it senses is footsteps. So for example, if I were to place a block, it wouldn't put out a signal. If I were to break a block, it doesn't put out a signal. Flicking a lever doesn't do anything. Thanks to this handy little circuit here. If you don't know, sculk sensors have something known as a sculk frequency detector, and that's basically different sounds will put out different levels of input or output, and footsteps are 1. So thanks to this sensor, if it goes in as a 1, it stops here because it can't power this comparator, and then it will go through. But if it gets anything more than that, it will be able to hit this repeater, which will lock this one before it actually activates, thus not being able to activate the piston. Yeah. However, if someone walks, it's the perfect one, and there you go. It walks again. This can also be just activated with a lever. But I wanted to use the sculk sensor because that's such a cool feature, and being able to do things like this is so cool. Now let's hop into the sky and actually look at what we have going on down there. So this is basically what we're looking at here, and this is one section, and you can actually tile these out. So if you were to just place a line of observers like this, and then just repeat this same pattern all the way down the line, you would get the same thing happening, which is what we have down there, and that's why that's why it goes all in a row. Basically, if I hit this button, there we go. It activates it and it flips the block and then pushes the first block back onto this side. Now, if the block isn't on this side, it's not going to work. If I were to place the block there and then try it, and now it's broken, and it's going to push that up and Yeah, so they do need to be on opposite sides. Or, well, the block that you're swapping has to be on the left side, no matter what way you're orienting it. And also, Ilmango has a whole video about this kind of block swapper, where he talks about how it can be flipped and built vertically, upside down. It's honestly incredible, and I don't understand how he does it. I am no redstone expert. I'm just here for the purposes of this wall, because this is pretty cool, and I want to use this in all of my bases now, because while observers are expensive, this is a pretty inexpensive block swapper that you can repeat constantly, if I'm being honest. Because, like, as long as you have some form of farm, then you're good for the iron, you're good for the cobblestone. I mean, you're always going to be good for cobblestone. And you can just go in the nether with a looting pickaxe and you're good. Yeah. So that's the action of it, block swapping. And it will go in a line. And I mean, if you did, you could place a whole line of redstone here, and then hit a lever, and then it would activate all at once. So now if we just hit this button, they should all switch at the same time. And yes, it is possible, and it does look pretty cool, but I kind of personally like it when it's all observers. And it just kind of, I don't know, I really like it. I prefer it when it's observers. And this does limit you to 15 before you have to use a repeater, but yeah. It can get complicated going around corners, but I'm sure anyone who actually knows redstone, or at least some redstone, I know no redstone, will understand this better than me. Basically, this piston, or the observer down here, sends out an update to the one behind it, and then the top one picks it up, which pushes out this piston, giving it a 1-tick pulse, which spits out the block, and it activates both of these, and then the block gets pushed in, and then put up after it gets pulled down, and a lot of technical mumbo-jumbo, no pun intended. But yeah, that's how that works. And yeah, there's actually more uses for this. For example, interior lighting when it gets a little dark outside. Oh yeah. This is thanks to just the daylight sensor up here, which pushes the piston down, updating this whole wall, which if it gets set to day will retract, updating it again, activating the block swapper once more. This is just a quick T flip-flop that I turned into like a pulse extender thing. I don't know how I did it, okay? I just know that I did it. It took me hours, but I did it. So that's what happens, and you can use this concept in multiple ways, like I said, with the floor, or you can have like a disco floor, although that would probably be annoying. You can do it with slime blocks and have yourself and your friends flying everywhere, as long as you alternate slime and honey blocks. And yeah, so let's summon a zombie. Zombie. Summon villager. There we go. He falls in, and yeah, it activates again. You can have this go all the way around. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content, and ring that bell, join the clan, and level up. If you want to see more tutorials like this, or maybe something a little less complicated, be sure you let us know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been in Shower Main Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.